into their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
A revolution in smoking is underway. A revolution all smokers of traditional cigarettes should know about. Keep listening for a special offer from PowerVapor.com. Standard tobacco cigarettes contain over 4,000 harmful chemicals. Now it's time to release yourself from the grip of big tobacco and experience true smoking freedom. PowerVapor.com is an e-cigarette with the look, feel, and smoke of a real cigarette, but with no tar, no carbon monoxide, and no bad odors. Power Vapor's e-cigarettes deliver just the right amount of nicotine in a water vapor that looks and feels like real smoke. Yes, you choose from 4 levels of nicotine, and that puts you back in control. Plus, you'll enjoy 8 flavors and big savings over traditional cigarettes. Get the facts and see our demonstration video at PowerVapor.com. That's PowerVapor.com. Log on to PowerVapor.com right now for a special 10% discount and 30-day money-back guarantee. PowerVapor.com. The smoking gun heard round the world.
Webster Tarpley, economist, George Humphrey, economist, top trader, analyst, Bob Chapman. They all agree, along with many other economists we've interviewed, that it is at least 1,500 trillion or 1.5 quadrillion stolen and artificially created, which then devalues the world's currencies. All the currencies are being devalued simultaneously in a coordinated fashion to attempt to hide it from the world population. You heard Dr. Mark Faber, top analyst and economist from Switzerland, yesterday saying the same thing. This robs everyone. Now, the Keating Five, and I pulled it up during the break, I was correct. They're estimated to steal between $2 billion and $10 billion. No one really knows, because then you can look at other markets that affected, but the amount of money they got was just a few billion. But let's just say $3 billion. There's different numbers. I mean, let's say it's $10 billion, but we did the numbers at $3 billion. $3 billion divided into 1.5 quadrillion. In fact, somebody ought to write a blurb at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, one of our great writers, and point this out. What the Keating Five stole, what they actually physically got, versus what the bankers have done. So 1.5 quadrillion, 1,500 trillion, when divided by 3 billion. Matt Ryan, what did you guys come up with?
Well, we put it through Wolfram Alpha, which is the most advanced calculation engine on the web today. We found that 3 billion will go into 1.5 quadrillion 500,000 times.
So, see, I just said this is thousands of times bigger, because I knew that was conservative. But we want to be scientifically specific here. So, give people the magnitude of those numbers, Matt Ryan, one more time.
3 billion will go into 1.5 quadrillion exactly 500,000 times.
500,000 times bigger of a scam than the biggest in history with the Keating Five.
Absolutely. man. The numbers here are undeniable. It's a remarkable.
And Professor Black says the same thing in Fall of the Republic, too. He says this is by orders of magnitude, that this is almost the power of infinity.
Pretty much, yes. I mean, this is...
They made infinity money for themselves. And they've got the Pentagon, who they bought off, and all these big companies standing around. Are you guys in the Pentagon... I'm talking about the brass, the rank and file, I have no idea. Are you really going along with this? You stage a few terror attacks so the public lets you garrison troops, and then we get the internal Homeland Security documents, and of course, the number one enemy is returning veterans with guns, libertarians, conservatives, and in the fetters. The enemy of the criminal bankers. The enemy of the criminal bankers is the number one enemy of Homeland Security. I mean, it's a very simple equation, Matt Ryan.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you look at these figures and you compare it, for example, to us versus Bill Gates, it would make Bill Gates look like a penniless bum. I mean, if you look at just how much money these people stole, it's 500,000.
Well, that's why when you hear Bill Gates is the richest man in the world with 70 billion or whatever, it's a complete joke. The Queen of England had tens of billions of dollars in 1800s numbers. I mean, the Rockefellers were billionaires in 1900. And they scammed everybody, just like with the Federal Reserve Act. They had the banks come out against the Federal Reserve Act to trick everyone, like they had the insurance companies who wrote, it's now come out, the insurance takeover, the healthcare debacle, the insurance, not bailout, but robbery. Again, all of these are robbery hoaxes. 9/11's a police state launch war hoax. The flu is a set up a military dictatorship, set up a forced inoculation dictatorship, make tens of billions, hoax. The global climate change is a banker hoax to steal trillions and to get control over all industry and be able to shut down whoever they don't like. The banker bailout was not a banker bailout. It was a takeover. When they pop their Ponzi scheme, they get even more power. They make money on the way up and the way down. There's no telling what these people have got. A lot of analysts we've talked to estimate that the Rothschilds are worth $300 trillion. Because you see, just because they create 1.5 quadrillion or 1,500 trillion doesn't mean it's real. They have to use fake environmentalism to take property, bankrupt states to get real assets. They don't really have all that money. Give the people the number one more time, Matt Ryan.
300 billion will go into 1.5
No, 3 billion.
trillion.
3 billion.
Oh, sorry, 3 billion. 3 billion.
I mean, is that what you put into there?
Yeah, it is 3 billion. 3 billion will go into 1.5 quadrillion, 500,000 times. That's 1/500,000th of the total amount.
Thank you for joining us. So I was correct. It's thousands of times bigger, just 500,000 times bigger. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
One major world crisis away from having a totalitarian type of system.
The main event is the wholesale destruction of the world economy.
The push for every nation on the globe to identify and number all of its citizens.
Friends, I hope that you will order Shadow Government from Infowars.com. We also have some specials, and you can get some of our other films half price when you order Shadow Government. A new level in production quality and in information. It exposes how a cashless society, surveillance beast grid of total control is being put into place. This film needs to be seen. Everybody needs to get it. So order yours today. Show it to your friends, your family, your church, your neighbors, your boss, your employees. Shadow Government, ladies and gentlemen. Get your copy at Infowars.com today. Shadow Government. It gives Big Brother a black eye. Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, Who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Attention gardeners, this is an urgent GCN self-reliance update. GCN has just discovered a new bioactive superfood for garden plants, flowers, and herbs. It's called ProtoGrow, and it's so effective at producing rapid plant growth that it seems to almost force plants to grow like crazy under practically any soil and light conditions. Now, here's the best part for our listeners who garden for self-reliance. ProtoGrow's unique blend of sea nutrients maximizes mineral uptake and dramatically increases bloom set, creating maximum plant growth in minimum time. ProtoGrow works by providing geometric keys, which have the capacity to actually unlock the genetic code for nutritional uptake in plants. ProtoGrow's full spectrum plant fertility means fruits and vegetables with extraordinary taste and up to 10 times the nutritional value. And if you want to double or triple the potency of herbs or wheatgrass, you can. If you